Okay, we start the meeting. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Janice, could you do the prayers, please?
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Dharma till the very end. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
Jai Baba, everybody. Uh, Welcome to our Thursday meeting with Meher Baba. And there are a few thoughts of my own which I'd like to share. One is last Thursday, I was in paradise. This Thursday, I'm in a smaller paradise at the center. But c'est la vie, this is life. Before we continue any further, I'd like to invite our one and only Lord Meher Baba to please come and join us for this meeting and to take over the entire proceedings of this meeting. Let every word spoken be as per his wish, and all the participants are welcome to participate in the question hours or whatever we have, so that it becomes a lively session. Today we have Meher Daruvala, who wants to share her experiences about the 2 days centenary celebration at Mehrabad, which was really grand. I personally feel that those of us who had gathered there were with him 100 years ago in some form or the other. And therefore, we had this privilege to be there on the centenary celebration. Of course, Mayor will tell us things in greater detail. So without much of this thing fussing around, I would like Mayor to take over. Thank you. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. This is about the thing of 100 years of Baba coming to Mehrabad, and I felt it a lot. It was a very grand the function. It was so nicely done, and the walk to the from where it started to the Samadhi, and there were a lot of things what was not have we had known has come into the limelight. I feel it was really worth knowing, like how Baba came first, and he went to this thing Happy Valley, and then he came back. He sat there, then again went to Happy Valley. It gave a big difference that we know about Baba's whole life, what he had started with, and how he came to Mehrabad. It was really nice. I felt then how they did the everything, all the functions, the first day and the second day, and all those workers took so much love from their own deep heart to have such a lovely function for for everybody who were there. I was really touched, and I really felt that to my this thing, if there were more people, it would have been more fun. But we had the right amount of people, not too much thronging in. Everybody could see it live even of this thing. But it was nice. Everything was very beautiful. I really appreciate. And the walk was so nice that going up from the where it was to the samadhi, the different where Baba, how Baba would go up the path or down the path. It was something like that. I felt that we are coming into Baba's fold nicely. I was really touched. And 100 years is not so little. It is a very big thing. It is over this thing, gold coin to my thing. Gold coin is okay, 50, but 100 is much more. And there were so many, this thing, there were people talking about Baba's life and many things what we had, and a lot of singing and stuff there was. I really appreciated something from what they had done for everybody. They really did a beautiful, grand function. I was really happy. I hope they go on doing this thing for 200 years also. They do a bigger one. Let's see, it's all into Baba's hands. But he did a beautiful function for us. Jai Baba. I can't express anything more. And I was really happy.
Meher, that was too short. But anyway,
Uncle, I can't. That's really because everything is so this thing in my mind. But it was really, I can just give this much I can give from my mind, my heart, that Baba, they did a beautiful function. And of course, many people wanted to go and this thing, bow down in the samadhi. But there was lots of lines. People couldn't push their way in. But where we could stand and pray and give our blessings. That was the most beautiful thing. Baba did a beautiful thing, all to him. And the most beautiful thing, the first day when I had arrived, I was just standing in this thing while praying at the samadhi in the evening. And just in between my two eyes, I could see in the clouds Baba's face. Baba's face was there.
wow.
Yeah. He was showing his face to me that I am there at this function. It was really
Thank you, Meher.
Jai Baba.
The first thought that came to my mind when I started with the celebration function was the lines of Julius Caesar. He came, he saw, and he conquered. Baba came there. He looked around Mehrabad and he conquered all our hearts. That is my observation in a nutshell. Of course, the programs were beautiful. The dramas that people performed were really great. And everything, the decorations, the ambience, everything was so good. Gokaran ji did a wonderful job comparing the whole thing. The decorations were done in a most appropriate manner. Like there was a cutout of Meher Baba sitting under that neem tree. And one really felt कि बाबा वहाँ मौजूद है. So I was just very happy कि Baba gave me the opportunity to participate in it. And partake of his ever-flowing love. वो जो हमेशा की तरह वो जो प्रेम बरसाते हैं, वही प्रेम हमें महसूस हुआ। और ड्रामा वाइज मेरे को एक जने की मेंशन करना चाहता हूँ, और वो हमारे सेंटर और पुणे सेंटर का बबलू करके जो है, उन्होंने जो रोल किया था अबाउट द डेकॉइड, इतनी सुंदरता से उसने वो रोल किया कि इफ देयर वाज एन ऑस्कर टू बी गिवन, मैं तो उसको ऑस्कर अवार्ड देता था। बट दैट इज नीदर हियर नॉर देयर। नाउ I would like to call upon अपना Somit. Somit, are you around?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. Can you switch on?
Sam,
Yeah.
Sam, it's parent. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Sorry, before Summit starts, is there anyone in the audience participating today who was also there, who would like to tell us how they felt? I would love to hear Summit, but if we can hear from anyone else, is there
Sure.
anyone else?
Sure.
Sam
why-
himself was there.
Ram Kumar Nori, go ahead.
No, it was my personal opinion. It was beautiful, especially when we took that short trip, to commemorate Baba coming from Merazad, to Mera. I mean, from Kushru quarters to Mehrabad. That was pretty good. The whole atmosphere was filled with Baba and a lot of love. It was wonderful. The travel, we took from Neem Tree all the way down and went around, to Memorial Tower and had chai. So that was beautiful. And there was actually, honestly, I didn't anticipate so many people. There were quite a few. There was a pretty large crowd. And the flip side of it is the darshan lines were very long. And the disappointing thing was the Bombay Center. There was nobody talk about,
Ram,
about-
can we skip that, please?
Why? I'm just telling you as I saw it, man. So somebody should have gone there and talked about it.
Ram, let's skip that, please.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, and what else? That's just about it. It was people, everyone seemed to be in pretty good mood, and the singing was good. And all the talks were pretty good. And Gokaran did an excellent job of, conducting the ceremonies. That's just about it.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you very much.
Sam. Thank you.
Anybody
Yeah.
else?
They also had a band. They had a Naan Khatai band.
Naan Khatai band, we call it.
They had, which was
In-
really,
In English, it's called the brass band. Yeah. We
And they
always call it the
had it on
Naan
the
Khatai.
last day also. They had it. They were playing it. It was really lovely, and that lady dancing away. They had.
Right.
It was really good.
Anybody else? Anybody else who was there would like to talk something?
Sam, I heard it rained. Did it rain? Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Did it drizzle? Did it rain? I heard that.
Oh, yes.
It did
Yes,
rain.
it did.
It did rain. Not rain, basically like a drizzle. It was.
Drizzle, it was a.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was a drizzle.
that's something I forgot to add. Usually the first week of May is very hot out there.
There was a
But
drizzle there.
the last 2 days, those 2 days, it was mostly overcast with a little bit of drizzle. So Baba made sure that his lovers didn't roast in that hot sun.
Oh, wow. So I have a small story. If you permit me, I can share about rain in Baba gathering that happened in his physical ministry. Do I have the time?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, Somit, we all take it as his showers of grace.
Yes. Just one sec. Let me start my video.
Ji. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Okay, go ahead, boss. All yours.
Yeah. Okay. So, this, I stumbled across this story a week ago, and this was in Lord Meher. So there was a gathering that Baba had in Meherabad, and many lovers had turned up. But all of a sudden, it started to rain heavily. And because of the downpour, the ground was mucky and it was slightly inconveniencing the pilgrims. So one of the pilgrims told Baba that, Baba, you are God and we are all here to, enjoy your presence. But this is getting very difficult for us. It's so mucky. It's not easy to move. We're getting wet. Can you do something about it? And Baba smiled and he said, you know what? There are many in the world who do untold austerities, penance, and I don't appear in front of them. And you can't handle a small shower. And then he added to say this, something so profound. He actually said this. Baba said that these showers play a very big role because they are washing off your sanskaras, and all that you accumulated until this point has been washed by the rain. And from now onwards, what you accumulate is yours. But I have taken care of until now with this rain.
Wow.
Yeah, what a lovely story. So that's why I asked, did it rain? And you said it did. So awesome.
Yeah, it actually rained even during the 1962 East-West gathering.
Yeah, it did. And I was right there.
Yes.
Yeah, it did. So this is just,
Were you
I mean,
born?
it's not a coincidence.
Sumit, were you born in 1962?
Oh, you're talking, I thought of the East-West gathering that happened again a few years back.
This is
Meherabad.
East-West. Yeah,
We
East-West
celebrate-
gathering in 1962.
And then it happened again when we did a celebration of, I don't know how many years was that?
We did it our 50th
50
reunion.
years again. So it rained again on that day.
Yeah, drizzle. Yes,
Yeah,
In Oc-
drizzle,
yeah.
yeah.
October.
Wow.
Samita was present on both the occasions.
Oh, Jimmy uncle, yes, of course you were present, and I remember you getting a little drizzle on your shirt. Yeah, yeah.
And in 62, we were drenched to the bones, all of us, to the bone, literally.
Oh, your
Literally to the-
sanskaras washed off.
Yeah. So I've had both the showers.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was very young at that point. I didn't acquire too many sanskaras. Whatever little I, gathered, they were washed away.
Fortunately, the bones didn't get washed away. What can we say? What can we say about Baba
Yeah.
or unki adbhuta, All I can say is he has his own ways of doing things. And I'm of the firm belief that he is ever so more active now, than what we kept hearing about things when he was in his physical form. This is just my reading. I may be wrong. But go ahead, Somit. Aap gaadi chalaiye aage.
So, I mean, you will have to give me some questions to talk.
Okay. Question number 1. In very simple terms, how did you come to Meher Baba?
Mhm. Okay. Okay, it's a small story. Now, there was a friend of ours, and he said, Meherabad jayega. I never heard of Meher Baba or Meherabad, and he said, let's go. I got some goodies there waiting for me, so I need to go there. Now, I said, what's in Meherabad? So he said, there is Meher Baba. So he was also apparently going there for the first time. His friend told him, you should go to Meherabad. So he said, give me company, yaar, mere saath aaja. So I said, okay, chalo. And I left with him. I was a little skeptical because, you know, when you hear the term Baba, you get a little skeptical. And I haven't heard of this place ever before. But I thought, thoda outing hoega, let's go. And when I reached MPR, it was in 2006. This is the first time the MPR had opened up in, I think, August 2006. So there were very few people there. And I was honestly very impressed. The place was beautifully made. The food was excellent. It was clean. But I looked at Baba's picture. You know, when you enter MPR, there's a big picture of Baba standing like this, right at the entrance over the door. And I was like, this looks a little arrogant. A big life-size picture of who's this guy? He's got a picture of him right at the entrance. Like, this is really arrogant. So I was in a very skeptical frame of mind. Farzeen was with me as well. So I just straight went to the dining table. What things mattered to me was good food. I moved into a room. They gave me a nice, beautiful room, single bedroom. So I had a good time. But this is what I did. I just ate. And at that point in time, there were these guys playing volleyball outside MPR. So I enjoyed myself, you know, with volleyball, food, and then sleeping off. But I didn't go to the Samadhi. I didn't care. And 3 days that we were there, I wasn't concerned about going to the Samadhi. I was not interested. The only thing that played in my head was, this is how, I can't believe I used to think that. This is how con men work. See, this is how it is. And you know what was interesting is, this is really interesting when you compare this place to any other place. There is no discourses, there is no meditation, there is no meeting, there is no puja, there's nothing happening, there is no agenda. You go to the Samadhi by choice, and that's it. You want to be a part of some meeting happening somewhere by choice. So there's really no one telling you what to do. And technically no one in charge, because I realized later that Meher Baba was not in his physical body. So I was like, what the hell is going on here? There's nothing going on here. So, and Farzeen, towards the end of the trip, said, Somit, and she was going to the Samadhi, and my friend would regularly visit the Samadhi. Said, at least now, you can go to the Samadhi and thank Baba for the food that you enjoyed. At least do that, and then we go back to Bombay. I said, yeah, okay. I went to the Samadhi and bowed my head down, came back to Bombay, and then life as usual. So this is the next day morning. And I'm still giving in my head, I think I even gave galis, you know. So I was very crude and very negative. So I came home. Now this is very interesting. Farzeen was in the kitchen, and I'm in the living room on my couch. And you know this Baba calendar? So I was just flipping by the pages on the Baba calendar, which Farzeen had got. And I was just reading Baba's lines on love and all that. And all of a sudden, I started wailing, weeping loudly. And Farzeen ran from the kitchen, came to the hall. What is wrong? What happened? What happened? And I remember holding Baba's picture to my chest, and I'm crying uncontrollably and loudly, and I'm not stopping. And I tell Farzeen, don't stop me, because these are tears of bliss. I am born here for him, and I have found him. It's over. My journey is over. There's nothing more that I need. He's my father. He's my mother. He's my everything. And all this doesn't exist. Can you believe that? And suddenly I just don't understand from where someone who's negative, skeptical is doing this. And with my and with the furniture around me, with the things around me, I'm feeling a sense of not being separate from it. And I'm in this state of absolute bliss. You call it love. And I've never experienced something like this before. And I was continuously taking his name, Baba, Baba. I found him. And first it's like, okay, this guy, let's leave him alone for the evening. Maybe tomorrow he'll be back to normal. But next day again, the same thing. It went on through the day, it went through the week, it went on for months and almost a year. And I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to, and I used to only say, you know what, Farzeen, I want to just quit everything because only he's real. I know I got that glimpse. There's nothing but him. And around all this, what we see doesn't exist. There's no point in pursuing anything but him. It's over. My journey's over. So all that went on for a very long time. And it was a difficult, not for me, but for people around me, it was a very difficult this to understand, because at that point of time, I didn't know another Baba Lover. Here's even more interesting, like how we know a lot of people now, where I didn't know whom to speak to about this. So I was so confused. And this went on. But here's the interesting thing. Rakesh and Farzeen are friends, and they were long friends since many years. So Rakesh just happened to call Farzeen. And I told Farzeen, just talk to him longer. He might have a message for me. Just keep talking to him. And then came a message from Rakesh. He said, you know what? Why don't you come day after tomorrow? There is a play that we are holding at Churchgate, and we do that every year for Baba's birthday. And I'm like, yes, that's what I need to go to. So I turned up for the play. What a fantastic play. Now I'm in this continuous state of only weeping. I'm only weeping during the day, night. I'm just weeping everywhere. If Farzeen just says, Meher Baba, I would start wailing. So I took a corner seat and isolated myself. And I watched the play. And in that play, I don't know, Sam, if you were in it, but that play was about who Meher Baba was. And there was a screen, I remember, on the right-hand side of the stage. Zartostra, I was Ram, I was Krishna, I was Buddha, and now I'm Meher Baba. And that's the answer I was wanting to hear, because I'm in love with this person. Who is this person? Who am I in love with? I didn't even know Avatar, God. I didn't know who. All I knew is Meher Baba. But this play answered something in my heart. And I'm like, of course, he's come back. He's the same one. And I didn't question it even for a second. My heart just knew. Obviously, because I must be taking up from where I left in previous birth. So this was my introduction to Meher Baba. Yeah, it was dramatic.
Sumit, I remember meeting you once. This was long back. Was it one of your first initial visits where we had a lot of galis and heart-to-heart talk and etc.?
No, this was, I think, 2-3 years after, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had come in 2006 for the first time. And I think we met in 2009 or so.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to ask anything before I shoot my second question? Jimmy Khan, any questions? Or Meher, go ahead.
The first time I came to Mehrabad, I had come in Jimmy Khan's bus from Bombay. And that time when I came, I was saying to my husband, where are we going? This is like a desert we are going. And when I came to the Samadhi, I first said, no, I don't want to enter this place. I don't want to enter it. But then afterwards, I remember Roshni was there. And she said, come on, go in, go in. It's a good thing. You get a lot of blessings in. And I went in and I was all shaking. But when I came out, I said, yes, this is a real place for me. Like that. I said.
Jai Baba. Sumit,
Yeah.
question number 2. I hear you're into meditation, etc., etc., etc. Any significant spiritual experiences that you've had, which if it is not too personal and you want to share it, we'd be very happy to hear it.
Yeah. I think this whole journey with Meher Baba is since 2006 is filled with special experiences till this day. I can't pinpoint that it's a meditation that I do that gives me some profound experiences. I think with Baba is just I can sense it in my heart how he handholds me. This pin, what's it called? It's a pinball table where you just play the game and the ball moves, tuck, tuck, tuck. You keep on doing that. So I see I'm that ball, and Baba's like tuck, tuck, tuck. So okay, you go there, you go there, you go there. So I see this thing about complete taking charge of Baba. I mean, Baba taking charge of my life, completely taking charge of my life. And like I always tell that all I have to do is make sure I don't come in his way of how he wants to work with me. And
To interrupt, Somit, but when you kept doing this tuck, 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 tuck game ka thing, it reminded me of a very profound sentence that I heard and learned during this last trip to Mehrabad. The sentence was, what should you do to make Meher Baba laugh? What should you do to make Meher Baba laugh? And the answer was, tell him your plans.
exactly.
Now, my dear friend, the story doesn't end there. I was so full of this joy that I wanted to share it with anybody and everybody that I met. So, Shamko, after the program was almost finished, or rather it was finished, and I joined the queue for the darshan, and I met one of our Bombay Center ka very well-known singer, etc., etc. और उसको मैंने साइड में लेके I told him this कि if you want to make Meher Baba laugh, tell him your plans. वो बेचारा एकदम serious हो गया. Instead of bursting out laughing, he became absolutely serious. And he said, Sam, the minute before you told me this, I was talking to Baba about my plans कि अभी मुझे ये करना है, वो करना है, etc., etc., etc. So, Gokaran came out with some very nice explanation where we say man proposes and God disposes. But then that is another story by itself. We'll get into it some other time. Somit, please carry on.
Yeah, so I think Baba's words were either make plans or have peace.
Sorry?
Baba's words, either plan or have peace. You can't have both. That's what Baba said.
Either make plans or have peace.
Yeah, you can't have both. So you need to decide whether you want to plan or just take peace instead. Just leave it to us. So yes, Baba addressed that often. It's so funny. Yeah, but that's the big difference I see in my life, in our lives, where if you would ask me, Sumit, what's your plan for tomorrow? As much as tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. It's just, just leave it to Baba and he unveils his plan, which are a far better plan than yours. Always he's got a better plan than yours. Now it's very difficult because I've had an entrepreneurial journey, and there have been interviews where people have asked me, what's your target and what's your company's target? And my reply has always been, there's no target. There's no target. I'm not coming in my way. There is no target. Now, I can't say that what Baba has planned out there, but I say that we just live by the moment and see where life takes us, because he's always got a better plan. And I've seen that when I look back, there are so many instances where Baba has done course correction, where I would want to go in a certain direction. And the whole thin line is to pick it up, that little nudge. When that nudge comes, if you're intuitive enough to pick that little nudge, then you will save all the turmoil and the trouble. Okay, Baba, this is what you want. And that would also mean that we stay reasonably detached to outcomes. So, yeah.
One more question. Have you ever had any dreams or visions of Meher Baba?
It's a very interesting question. Zero, nothing, absolutely nothing. No dreams, no visuals, no appearing in front of me, no seeing him in the clouds. but his voice is clear inside my heart on daily basis.
How very beautiful is that? How very beautiful is that?
Yeah.
How very beautiful is that?
Once I'd asked him also, Sam, that, people see you in the clouds, people see you in the trees, people see you even in pizzas. I've never seen you anywhere, and I've never got a visual and you appearing. That, I've heard stories. I've never been exposed to something like that. So, and again, that voice in my heart so beautifully explained this. He said, when you want to see me in a cloud or in a form, you are limiting your experience. For you, I want you to see me in everything. And that will be deep, deep experience. Not just what is outside of you. I want you to focus inside, go inward. And then you will see me not just in few things, but in everything. But that probably is a long way off.
Have you encountered anybody whom you felt ki Baba has sent him or her to you for some purpose?
I think a lot of people down the line, Sam, our evening at MPR, you're one among them. Jimmy Uncle here is the other. Janice, I can see, is the other. Everyone here, so many of them have come and, they just say a few things that your heart wants to hear, and you just know that this is what Baba wants to convey to you at that point of time. Like, for example, my friend, he came out of nowhere and said, let's go to Meherabad. So it continues to happen till date. It continues to happen. Even Cyrus, who says, I used to write and I used to keep it to myself. I would never share it outside. And Cyrus came across what I write very accidentally. And he's like, no, I'm pushing it out everywhere. So there he is, and he encouraged me to continue writing so that I further tune in inwardly. So there are from Baba and play their role, play their part. But let me, and I'm saying it from my heart. When you asked me this question, I was almost lost for words, because when you say have you come across someone who has impacted you maybe positively, or maybe Baba has sent him? Well, I remember the villains in my life more than I remember. And I feel I'm not growing there. But the so-called, let me tell you, the so-called villains who come, who needle you, who put you on the edge, I have learned maximum from them. And I have no doubt in my mind that they were sent from Baba. And they have such a strong presence of Baba in them. And yet they are the one I maximum, and looking grown maximum from them. So I look forward to people like that, as crazy as it sounds. And now I, understand the weight of Baba's quote when he says, loving me is loving those who you cannot love. I can spend a memorable evening with you, Sam, but someone comes and needles me, he's giving me an opportunity to, like Baba says, like Baba did that with even Adi, when Adi Senior, it was when he complained to Baba that this guy is getting on my nerves. So Baba said, oh, you got to thank him because he's giving you an opportunity in forbearance and forgiveness. And that's the ones I look forward to all the time. And with Baba's hand holding, it's easier.
Sorry, that was beautiful. Now, I know that you go into the mountains all the time. वहाँ पे कुछ experience हुआ, anything that drew you closer to divinity? या ऐसा कुछ हुआ?
वो तो हमेशा होता है actually. Every time I'm at altitude, climbing, it happens all the time. And I would wonder why, when you're reaching a certain altitude, you're close to the summit, there is nothing around you. And there are times when I'm completely by myself. There is no partner climbing with me. And it is such a profound experience that while I am climbing up, I am weeping and weeping, because what I experience at the Samadhi, sometimes I experience that at dizzying heights out there. And, sometimes I feel I'm not in the body as well. So the fatigue and the physical exertion doesn't touch me. I was always wondering why. And now perhaps it could, a lot of people say that mountains are sentinel beings. And that's why in the ages of the past, anyone seeking God.
Sorry, mountains are what?
Sentinel beings, wise souls, living beings. And they radiate an energy and vibration of its own. And that's why you always, when you read these stories or, things like the saints and the masters, always heading out to the mountains in search of God. It's always been like that, heading off to the mountains in search of God. So mountains carry a great significance. So it has a very potent vibration. So I've always felt, it's like when I come back from the mountains, I'm not ready to interact for a month. I like to be with myself for a very long time and keep this experience with me. But here is a little bit of a difference where before I knew of Baba, I was always in the mountains, and things changed. Things changed now after inching slowly, closely to Baba, that I am, Himalayas are in my heart at the end of the day. If I want it, Himalayas are in my heart. I don't need to go anywhere. Yeah. So before I knew of Baba, I would always go to the mountains, and I would feel very, very different and positive.
Okay, Somit.
Somit, are you a Bombay guy?
Bombay guy. I know
Are you a
most.
Bombay guy?
Yeah, Bombay guy. Yeah.
Somit,
Yeah.
you know, we are streaming live from the Bombay. To come
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ask you some questions about ये हुआ था तो क्या हुआ नहीं वो हुआ था, you know, all the fun incidents, etc., etc.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why he's so reluctant, but आ गया है, चल.
Again.
Hi, Jai Baba. Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba Rakesh, hi. This is our first unique meeting. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, someone give him chai.
What do you feel about chai?
You got to. Good question. So Rakesh has been instrumental in putting up a chai stall every Amar Tithi. Since what, Rakesh, 5 years or what? Except for the COVID time.
I don't remember.
So we put this chai stall at the Hamipur new site, and we've had some unbelievable experiences there. And Rakesh, you remember the first time when we started off and we were like, we never had the figures with us. Kitna chai baatne ka, kitna cups, kitna doodh, kitna chai patti, kitna chairs table. And we were planning for 3,000 a day, 3,000 cups of chai a day.
Yeah, something like that.
So that was our planning. Huh? And see, this is coming to that same point of you can plan. And then Baba's got his plans. So we were planning with 3,000 and utna hi maal leke aaya. Just imagine this. Huh? And this is what for 4 days what we had planned got wiped out in 1 day. And we were running helter-skelter and Baba was in charge. And that's when you know in action that how he takes over. We ran out of gas, we ran out of sugar, we ran out of chai patti, we ran out of paper cups, biscuits, everything. And somehow, Sam, this is very interesting. Now, Rakesh, you remember, not even once in those 4 days did we have to tell anybody or Baba's lovers, jara 5 minute do, saman aa raha hai. It always came. And one day it came accidentally, where a tempo was just outside. He said, "Arey, दूध मांगता है क्या?" मैं बोला, "दूध किसने मंगाया?" And he said, "आप ही ने तो phone मारा." And I didn't call him. So when Baba is in charge, he's in charge. And there were people who just walked in to just help, and timely supplies came in. And that's when I was telling Rakesh, yaar, we are not in charge only either. I don't think we are needed over here. Absolutely running in its own momentum. No, Rakesh, remember that?
Yeah, it all gets on the auto mode. We don't do
Auto
anything.
mode.
We don't do anything. You just can't do anything.
Yeah. So who wants to plan?
Samit, I must say, you guys make wonderful chai. Can you send some over to Pune?
Give us a day. We'll come and set up a chai stall there.
Please do.
We'll set up a chai. So we are happy to set up a chai stall anywhere.
Well, you do guys really make a good, very good chai. I do remember you also had during the Silence Day.
Silence Day as well. Yeah.
It was raining and I always to be in the stall drinking tea.
Yeah. But then you got Ram. It's not us making it. You know that, right?
I know.
I can't do the same thing at home, but Baba ki chai is a different flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, Somit, now it's time for our center's beauty queen.
Oh, Janice. Janice is a beauty queen. That's correct.
Welcome back, Janice. Jai Baba.
It was supposed to be a secret. Now it's out. Anyway, Janice wants to ask some questions.
Jai Baba, everyone. So this naughty chap, Somit, and my angel Farzeen, they both are my introducers to Meher Baba, and I call them my angels. and they both are sweethearts. And thanks a ton. I always tell them to, introduce me to Baba. And Somit, if you remember the first visit, we went to the Samadhi. It was afternoon time. Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Afternoon time, we reached the Samadhi. It was a quiet place and just a little drizzling had started. And you told me, whenever it drizzles here, it means Baba's happy. That's the time. That's the first thing I heard about the rains of Mehrabad. Thereafter, every Seva's performance, if you remember our Seva's presentation,
Yeah.
rain like heavy rains because Baba's presence was felt so strong. So thanks again. And Somit, I have been at the Amartithi chai stall once with you guys, twice. So can you share something about the love of Hamirpur, lovers for Baba and how they work? They work with constant Baba's name, taking Baba's name, Baba's dun. So if you can share something about how, how much love they have for Baba and your experience with them.
Yeah. So, this was the first time that we were running a chai stall near the Hamipur New site. And it was my first experience with people from Hamipur. I heard a lot about them. And this is my first time experience of watching them and interacting with them. I'll tell you what was the difference. Like we would serve the chai, but here is what they would do. They would walk in the morning, and some of them would just break into Baba prayers. Some of them would break into Meher Chalisa. Just break into that. They would bow down to Baba, and then they would drink their cup of tea. And they would have only Baba stories. And what I noticed here was very, very interesting. So my 4 days interaction with them, I realized they don't know much about Baba. They don't. I don't think any one of them, maybe few of them, would have read God Speaks. I don't think much of them read. I don't think they are even exposed to too many Baba stories. Maybe a handful of them, but they just remember Baba. It's like, you know what? You sit with them, because I did that. I sat with them often, and they would just emit so much of love. They would not share too many stories of Baba. And if I ask them something about from discourses or God Speaks, they won't have an answer because they've not read them. They would simply know only one thing: love Baba. Bas, love Baba. Any answer? Love Baba. अच्छा, आप कितने बजे जा रहे हो? बस बाबा की कृपा है, बाबा की, आपका ये प्लान है, तो उन लोग का प्लान भी नहीं रहता है, बस बाबा का जो मर्जी, बाबा जो चाहे, बाबा की कृपा. So I realized ये तो बहुत simple है. Just, and Baba's always said that. He said that, you know what, there were times when Baba was giving discourses and he would, just talk for long, and then he would conclude by saying, yeah, but the understanding has no meaning. Just love me. And then many times he would say, all this is just to appease the intellect. All you have to do is just love me. So the people of Hamipur have got it. They just love Baba. They're not they can't give you the gyan that you're probably looking for, but just how to love Baba. I mean, they walk into the chai stall, some of them even remove their slippers and walk in as though they walked into a samadhi. And then some of them are fighting for the bhog, you call that now, when you put a chai next to Baba's picture and then you put that chai in back. So they want that chai. And then they want to bow down and they want to always say Jai Baba for everything. So they were emitting a very different frequency of love, and which was not intellectual. Perhaps this was shut down and the heart was open.
This is exactly what Baba wanted, right?
Yeah.
The beauty queen has one more question.
So, Samit, how easily you connect with your inner self and you feel Baba within? Can you guide us all is it easy to connect with Baba within and, speak to him constantly? Then our participants can also, we can all also practice that.
Janice, first of all, I think that I believe that Baba talks to all of us. I think the only difference here, Janice, lies that, when you want to listen to certain stations, you got to adjust the frequency so you can tune in and listen. But if you're not at that frequency, you're not going to be able to listen to that music. So one of the things that I feel is that here's an example I'll give you. Now, for example, you're in a loud musical concert and your phone rings and you pick up the phone to answer that call. Will you be able to hear that conversation? No, because you're in a loud concert, there's noise outside. So to enable you to hear, you will excuse yourself and go to a place more silent so you can hear the conversation. That's exactly how we tune in. Sometimes the chatter here is so much that once that slows down and we give it an opportunity to just slow down, then you are tuning in and you can listen. Because I always joke with people, I don't think he's a silent master from any angle. Yeah.
Thank you, boss. Now there's Archana Grover, the great.
Oh, yeah. One stalwart after another. Hi, Archana.
Jai Baba,
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Amit, it's really wonderful listening to your experiences. So I have
Thank you.
a question.
Yeah.
Like you said, when you went to the Samadhi, for the first time when you went to Meherabad, you didn't want to go to the Samadhi at all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you entered it, you were
Hmm.
just wailing. And at a later stage, you said that when you climbed the mountains, you were wailing in the similar fashion. So do you see some synonymity with between Baba's magnanimous being and the mountains? And did you experience the same bliss that you experienced at Meherabad?
Okay, very interesting question, but I will put that in a sequence here. I felt nothing when I entered the Samadhi. Okay, I felt it after I came home the next day.
Right.
So that's one, and two is that I was crying. All this was happening before I came to Meherabad. So maybe my consciousness was at such a point where the mountains created this impact for me, and that was profound enough experience. Now, if I have to do exactly the same thing, yes, I will feel the peace, but I can distinguish what it is to be in the mountain and how deeper is the experience to just feel Baba inside.
Right. Okay.
That Himalayas are in my heart.
Yeah, I can see that from the way you're speaking. And even when I met you a couple of months back at one of those fairs, I mean, there's a very strong vibration.
Flea market.
Just meeting you at the flea market, yeah. So great.
Thank you, Jai Baba. Thank you.
Learn from you, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Okay, now we have Madam Kamal Ruhani.
Oh my God, they are all there at the center.
Yeah. 1 minute, just a minute. There is one point I'd like to mention. Okay, this time I got the opportunity to speak to people from various different centers, and we all had a common complaint. Okay, the attendance has dropped at the center considerably. One chap came out with a beautiful answer. He said, Sam, do you know the difference between watching a IPL live cricket match at the stadium or sitting at home in your pajamas and watching it on the television with all the ads coming in between, blah, 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 blah. And that really gave me the answer. When you're in the stadium, you're amongst the thousands, and that feeling, that joy is absent when you're sitting at home twiddling your thumbs. And there are so many other things that I can think of. People often say, I don't like to go during Amar Tithi because there's so much of crowd. Are, but Baba is giving you an opportunity to meet these thousands in whom he exists, और उनसे मिलने के लिए. So there are two ways of looking at things. I don't want to impose anything on anybody. Each one has their own this thing, but there are people at the center. A lady comes all the way from Malad religiously every Thursday.
Wow.
Yes. And there are Lallus who live around here in Grant Road. They don't turn up. हर एक के किस्मत की बात है भाई, मैं उसमें कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहता हूं, लेकिन एक बात जरूर है, and that is at the center we feel his presence, number one, and number two, जब हम प्रेम से एक में को मिलते हैं, so that love for him grows. And this is what I feel. Now, Kamal, sorry I interrupted. Go ahead.
Hi, Somit. Hi. Somit, can you hear me? Somit. Nothing समझा. Hi. Somit.
Hi.
Nice. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Somit, you were saying about this, no, that, you in Baba, like, I don't know. See, Somit, what happens, no? There's too much of chatter going in the mind. So how do we stop that and how do we invite Baba?
Simple, Kamal. Simple. Take Baba's name.
Okay, Somit, I'm taking his name all the time. But the chatter in the mind is not stopping only.
Then try harder. Keep
And
taking his
harder
name
also.
more and more, because this is the remedy Baba has given us.
Yes.
You just take his name, Baba, keep on doing that.
Yeah.
And see, Kamal, you know what happens? I'm talking from what I understand, my limited understanding, is that let's not put a lot of effort to control or stop the chatter.
Yeah.
Let's not do it.
Yeah.
Mind is the seat of sanskaras.
Correct.
Maybe your sanskaras Baba must have fast-tracked.
Correct.
Once that happens, you get a little chaotic, but that's okay. Just step back and observe that chaos that is happening in your head. Stop trying to control it.
Correct.
Continue to say Baba's name and just make fun of it. Oh shit, now the crap is coming in my head. Oh, all the nonsense is going to come again. Oh yeah, I can watch it. Baba himself has said that.
Yes.
So what Baba said, Kamal, I'll tell you something very important, because we get into this absolute nonsense of, oh, I need to feel peace.
Yeah.
Oh, my mind is not at equanimity. Oh, I am not silent. But this is what Baba has said.
Yeah.
He said, you fool. He actually said it. Are you on the mental sphere? You are not. So you'll never be able to control your mind.
Correct. Correct.
So it's okay. Be stupid, be chaotic, and let it remain there.
Okay. Because I
Like-
try to, control it and then it.
So you are suffering in the control.
Correct. Understood.
Just Baba said it. He said that unless you're on the mental sphere, you're not going to be able to control this. So let the thoughts come. Where did Baba is not judging us for the bad thoughts we are having.
Yeah. Correct.
I'm having it every minute. But
Correct.
I let forget it. This not mine. This not mine. And there is something that Baba said that you can try, Kamal, so that you don't take the ownership. Your problem sometimes can be for us.
Yeah.
Is when we take ownership of our thoughts.
Correct.
Don't take ownership. Give it to Baba.
Yeah.
Baba, I give my thoughts,
Yeah.
words and deeds to you.
Correct.
Finish. Then don't take any ownership. It's him.
Correct.
Don't control it. Otherwise, you lose your peace. Yeah.
Yeah. So mid morning also, when as soon as I get up, no, all these thoughts start coming only.
Let it come.
The
Just
whole
be an
morning will
observer.
be bad, so mid lage ki like, what's happening?
Go for a workout. Go for a long walk. Forget it. Don't take ownership of that. That's what I understand. Huh?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Somit. Thank you. Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba. Jai Baba. Come.
Baba's name, I repeat, Baba's name is so powerful. We really do not know it.
Correct.
And what Kamal just now expressed about these thoughts, maybe it is Baba's way of bringing out all these sanskars and driving them out.
Correct.
You see, what happens is the thoughts will come. It is up to us whether we detain them in our heads and let them grow and ponder over it. उससे गुस्सा होना, whatever, कि आए हैं वैसे जाएंगे. Just let it come and let it go. Let it come and let it go. All the time, remembering Baba and chanting his name. Chanting his name, मैंने कहीं पे पढ़ा है, सुना है, I don't remember. Baba himself has said that my name is so powerful. My name is so powerful that sometimes I myself say my name. Can you imagine? Yes. So, अब ज़्यादा वक्त नहीं है. It is already 6 minutes past 7 o'clock. So if anybody wants to ask any questions, please go ahead. दिल की बात है ये. This is like मन की बात और चाय पे चर्चा वगैरह. This is one-on-one conversation for Lord Meher Baba. For Lord Meher Baba. If any of y'all want to ask anything, सब लोग मुंडी हिलाने को सीख के आते हैं.
I'm here.
Go ahead, sir.
No, I want to tell Somit. No, I do plan, but I don't expect it to work it the way I plan it.
Right.
I leave it to Baba. Whatever happens, I take it, whether they materialize or not. If they do, well and good. If they don't, it implies Baba has better plans for you.
Yeah, perfect.
That's typical Gita ka theory. Lord Krishna had said the same thing in Bhagavad Gita also. Thank you, Ram. Anybody else wants to ask any questions? Somit? I want to
Hello, I'm
Haji,
Sam Bhai, Godrej here.
go ahead.
I have got a question for Somit. Somit, you were explaining the way you were when you first time entered the Samadhi and everything negative went through your mind. After that, did you ever come across anybody else who was going through the same situation and you were able to help that person to come to Baba?
Oh, many times. So many of my friends. So typical of Baba to give that little glimpse to the people who come first time there. Yeah, all my friends. And luckily, we had been through all this. So we were able to guide them. And there's nothing to guide really, because the experience is not negative. The experience is feeling love. So it's a blissful, beautiful experience. It's father welcoming a child. And I think the questions that they may have is at the most, who is this Meher Baba? Like I had. What is the meaning of avatar? When do they come? What does he mean when he says he's Ram and Buddha? So at the most, the questions are that, and we help them we help them with clarity there, but we don't interfere with their experiences because all the experiences are personal to each one with Baba. And Baba speaks to them the way the way they would respond best. A negative person like me who needed this experience. Otherwise, I don't think I would believe in Baba. So I needed that experience. But Farzin did not need any of this experience. She was convinced of Baba and she didn't need this experience. I needed it. So it's not really much. It's just between Baba and them.
Thank you.
Okay. Jai Baba.
Okay, Samit, now last and final question to you. Sir, when are you coming back on the Thursday program? Next Thursday or Thursday after that?
Okay.
Good.
Next Thursday?
Because ये जो मजा है वो, it has to carry on. Otherwise you'll be gone from our minds.
Yeah, actually, Sam, I got to share this, that you know what?
Check your schedule, then let
No,
me.
no, I'm not talking about schedule. I don't need to check schedules with Baba. I don't need to check. So in any way, I'm not going to plan anything. So. But what I wanted to share was that I was immersed with things today, and this is
Sorry?
such. I was immersed with a lot of things today, and this is such a beautiful, welcoming break to connect to beloved Baba. And as much as it is just a Zoom call, as much as I'm not sitting at the center, but it's a connection with Baba, and it feels damn good. It's like taking a break from whatever I'm doing. You know how how the namaz break happens 5 times a day to stop what you're doing and then remember God. And this was one of those things. I was right in the middle of something. I know Janice even messaged me, but I could not reply. And I came here and I'm feeling so good. I can feel Baba's presence. And I like the way you started, Sam, when you said, whatever needs to be spoken, it is Baba who is orchestrating and talking. So it is Baba who is sitting on our tongues. So it is such a wonderful way to start, and you can feel this connection in this little small meeting. So thank you very much for calling me and inviting
You
me to be a part.
answer next Thursday. Aoge ki nahi?
Done.
Thank you, sir.
Thursday aayega.
Thank you very much, Somit.
Thank you very much.
I would like to conclude this program by saying कि आज जो भी कुछ यहाँ पे हुआ, सेंटर पे 10-12 लोग हैं और यहाँ पे इतने लोग हैं, चैट पे है वगैरह वगैरह. We have all managed to get at least an inch closer to Baba. If that is what has happened, then this meeting, my friends, has served its purpose beautifully. So,
Wonderfully said.
Meet again, like Nana Kher used to say. Nana Kher, for those of you who do not know, he was a caretaker at the Samadhi. और जब भी हम उनको कहते थे कि मैं कल जा रहा हूँ, बॉम्बे जाऊंगा, so he would embrace us and say, take Baba with you. Take Baba with you. हम लोग पे बहुत करते हैं, बड़बड़ बहुत करते हैं, लेकिन उनको साथ में रखना हम भूल जाते हैं. हम भूल जाते हैं. Every small thing that we do, खाना खाते समय, या in your laughter, in your joys, in your discotheque dancing, wherever these two ladies are smiling here, young girls, discotheque dancing bola, so there is a immediate smile on their face. जो भी है सो, जहां भी है सो, उनकी मौजूदगी हमेशा की है. Never ever forget that. Let us never ever forget that. So just let us take Baba with us. We shall be now conducting the Aarti. So please do not sign off and go away. We'll be doing the Aarti. After which we'll observe a minute's silence. वो 1 minute silence इसलिए है कि sometimes we tend to rattle off the Aarti mechanically. तो ये जो 1 minute का silence है, it is meant to connect us from the bottom of our hearts to Meher Baba. Thank you, everybody. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
Thank you. Jai Baba.
जय बाबा। हे परवरदिगार, सबके राखनहार और सबकी रक्षा करने वाले, तुम्हारा कोई आदि नहीं है और न तुम्हारा कोई अंत है। तुम अद्वैत हो, तुम तुलना से परे हो और तुम्हारा पार कोई नहीं पा सकता है। तुम्हारा कोई रंग और कोई रूप नहीं है। तुम आविर्भाव से रहित हो और तुम गुणातीत हो। तुम अपार हो और अगाध हो, कल्पना और धारणा से परे हो, शाश्वत और अनश्वर हो। तुम अखंडनीय हो और दिव्य नेत्रों के सिवाय और किसी भी प्रकार से तुम्हें कोई नहीं देख सकता है। तुम्हारा अस्तित्व सदैव था, तुम सदैव रहते हो और तुम सदैव रहोगे। तुम सर्वत्र हो, तुम हर वस्तु में हो और तुम हर जगह से परे तथा हर वस्तु से परे भी हो। तुम आकाश में हो और पाताल में हो, तुम व्यक्त हो और अव्यक्त हो। तुम सब लोकों पर हो और समस्त लोकों से परे भी हो। तुम तीनों भुवनों में हो और तीनों भुवनों से परे भी हो। तुम अगोचर हो और स्वतंत्र हो। तुम सृष्टि के रचने वाले हो, स्वामियों के स्वामी हो, समस्त मनों और हृदयों के ज्ञाता हो। तुम सर्वशक्तिमान हो और सर्वव्यापी हो। तुम अनंत ज्ञान हो, अनंत शक्ति हो और अनंत आनंद हो। तुम ज्ञान के महासागर हो, सर्वज्ञ हो, अनंत ज्ञान रखने वाले हो। तुम भूत, वर्तमान और भविष्य के ज्ञाता हो और तुम स्वयं ज्ञान हो। तुम पूर्ण दयामय हो और सदैव हितकारी हो। तुम आत्माओं की आत्मा हो और अनंत गुणों से संपन्न एक परमात्मा हो। तुम सत्य, ज्ञान और परमानंद की त्रिमूर्ति हो। तुम सत्य के मूल हो, प्रेम के महासागर हो। तुम सनातन सत्ता हो, ऊंचों में सबसे ऊंचे हो। तुम प्रभु और परमेश्वर हो। तुम पर ब्रह्म हो और परात्पर पर ब्रह्म भी हो। तुम पर ब्रह्म परमात्मा हो अल्लाह हो, इलाही हो, यज़दान हो, अहूर मज़द हो और प्रियतम ईश्वर हो। तुम्हारा नाम इज़्ज़त अर्थात एकमात्र पूज्य है। हे असीम दया के निधि प्रभुराज, हम अपने सब पापों के लिए पश्चाताप करते हैं। हर एक विचार के लिए जो असत्य, अनुचित या गंदा था, हर एक बोले हुए शब्द के लिए जिसे बोलना हमें उचित न था, और हर एक कर्म के लिए जिसे करना हमें उचित न था। सर्वस्त्र प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द तथा विचार के लिए तथा द्वेष प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द और विचार के लिए हम पश्चाताप करते हैं। विशेषकर हर एक कामुक विचार तथा क्रिया के लिए, ऐसे हर एक वचन के लिए जिसको हमने पूरा नहीं किया, सब असत्य वचनों के लिए और सभी निंदा, पाखंड, दम या लोगों के पीछे उनके दोष बताने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। और खासकर दूसरों का नाश करने वाले हर एक कर्म के लिए, दूसरों को दुख देने वाले हर एक शब्द तथा कर्म के लिए तथा दूसरों पर दुख गिरने की इच्छा करने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। हे प्रभुराज, आप हम पर असीम दया करके हमारे किए हुए पापों को क्षमा कीजिए और वैसे ही आपकी मर्जी के अनुसार विचार करने में, बोलने में तथा कार्य करने में जो हमारी असमर्थता सदा रहती आई है, उसको भी क्षमा कीजिए। यही हमारी आपसे प्रार्थना है। प्रियतम परमात्मा, हमारी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम तुझसे अधिक प्रेम करें, और अधिक और फिर भी उससे भी अधिक प्रेम करें, जब तक कि हम तुझ में मिलकर एक हो जाने के पात्र बन जाएं। और तू हम सब की ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम अंत तक प्रियतम बाबा का दामन दृढ़ता से पकड़े रहें। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
बुझावे नार सहलतनी ये कर खुद रात में फरमातू लागी आशा भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे मातू हयामो शाद में चरण पर तुझ न दरिए सर खुदाना जात तीवा के फतेह भे तो मेहर बातू तुझे मालिका की कतनो तू आशे भीने यारे भी तुझे दरी याये बेदता मारे फतनो होई तूफातो हमोरे राम में साले पकाशे ज्ञान ईजदनो के तुझ पर मातमा ज्ञानी चने मो तारे इरफातू खुदाना प्रेमनो प्यारो पिलावी मस्त हमने कर छे तुझ पर जान सर के साखिया पी दे पय माथु हमारी नाव बरदरी तरावे तो हमें तरिए हमारा ना खुदा है मेरे बाबा छेनी गे बातू हमारा ना खुदा है मेरा बाबा छेनी गे बातू बुझावे नार लतनी ये कर खुदा रात में फरमातू छेदागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे मातू अवतार मेहर
Oh, glorious, eternal, ancient one. Your faces are bright, transcendental sun. Lighten this dark world and the tears I weep. My heart may give to you to keep. Creator yet creationless you are. Truth and truth's body divine avatar. Who through compassion the three worlds maintains. Destroy this ignorance that life sustains. These white lights are the whirling spokes of prayer of the world's wheel that bears me on to death. Unless you who are infinitely kind break the wheels of which is conditioned mind. These incenses my life, these fruits my heart, which to please you I have shaped from my heart. Accept them as you would a simple flower that has no use beyond its shining eye. You are myself, I sing to you in praise and beg your love to bear me through the day. Till you, the ever living perfect one, illume my darkness with your shining sun. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai.
Jay. Avatar Meher Baba. Avatar
Beloved Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Thank you, everybody.